Wisdom is viewing things from God's viewpoint and responding accordingly. So when it comes to these trials, here's what he says, if you'll notice again, and the way he says it. He says, when you encounter these things, you know something. He says, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its perfect, complete work, lacking in nothing. That is, God is up to something in our life when there are trials. Multitudes of people all across this nation of ours who are undergoing all kind of difficulty and hardship and trial and loss and suffering and pain, and sometimes feeling guilt that is false guilt, but sometimes feeling guilt that is indeed legitimate. Now, wisdom enables us to face trials confidently and triumphantly. And that's why he says, wisdom so that God gives us wisdom, enable us to face these things and to face them and come out, listen, being blessed, not destroyed, being helped, not hindered, expressing his love, not his disfavor. So whatever trial you're going through, it doesn't make any difference what it is, it fits this, because he said various trials. So I want to think for just a few moments about what is God's purpose for allowing these things in your life. Well, the first one is this, and that is to do what? To test our faith. Now watch this carefully. He uses a word here in the Greek that would be sort of meaningless to you, but the word is dokimion, which means to approve. And if you'll turn to 1 Peter, for example, 1 verse 7, listen to what he says. He says, verse 6, in this you greatly rejoice, even though now for a little while, if necessary, you have been distressed by various trials. Distressed by them. Listen to what he says. So that the proof, dokimion, the approval of your faith, being more precious than gold, which is perishable, even though tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Now what is he saying? Simply this. He says, you and I can rejoice even though we're going through this particular trial. Now, how can we rejoice? He says, knowing this, that the proof, that is, this test is to prove your faith genuine. So that watch this, your faith under trial, proving to be genuine, he says, is more valuable to you really than what? Than any kind of gold or precious metals. He says there's nothing to compare with it. So I'll ask you a question. Would you say that it's worth going through a trial for God to build great faith in your life? I can tell you that's the only way. He says these various trials, he says here, proving that your faith. And so he's not testing your faith to say what's wrong with it. The proving of your faith is, listen, to make it stronger and stronger, because untested faith is unreliable. A person's never been tested, never been tried, they don't know whether they've got any faith or not. It's the test and the trials in faith and in life that build our faith and make our faith what God intends for it to be. And so one of his reasons for allowing trials in our life is to build up faith